For task 3, pre-production, I'm looking for you all to have a production file. In this production file, I want to see all of the changes that have occurred throughout your final major project. I want to see this documented in the planning file. And I want you to reflect all the changes, all the iterations, all the adjustments throughout the process. This production file must be well organized. This is crucial to me. It needs to be a well organized file that shows that you have made sure your files are neatly organized. So some screenshots of your Google Drive folder, for example, would be useful here. The way you've nested them and organized things, the way you have shown your process, whether it be a recorded screencast or some annotated screenshots, showing us how you are keeping on top of things. It must include all forms of documentation associated with the type of production you are making. So, let me show you this. I've made some templates for you to have a look at. Under the apps launcher, if you click on Docs, for example, you will see there are many templates in Google Docs for you to explore. But under Basingstoke College of Technology, for you guys in particular, when you're signed in with your Google accounts, of course, not only do you get access to these wonderful templates for CVs and essays and things like this, under Basingstoke College of Technology, you get access to call sheets, which are used to organise the day's shoot when you are planning to film, for example. Character development grids, which help you to flesh out a character. The Character Tree by Jerry Maravilla gives you a similar set of prompts to help you think about a character development. Contingency plans, your backup plan. Contributor release forms. If you have somebody, a model, an actor, a friend or family member who's going to be agreeing to be in your FMP, it's important that you get that release form filled. Lots of different templates here. Click on the arrow here and you'll reveal even more. For example, the story circle helps you to flesh out a story and narrative. A shooting script template help you organize a script in a professional layout. A location recce, which will help you when you click on it to make sure when you go to a location that it is suitable for purpose, and you consider different things to take, who you're going to talk to, transport and access, sound, food, and things like this. Planning, organizing, making sure you are on top of these things is crucial. All these different forms of documentation are needed in the production file for task 3, pre-production. If you would like a copy of any of these files, all you need to do is go to File and then simply make a copy. It will save it in your Google Drive. And you can do whatever you want with them. But these are templates we've created for you to help you. Think about storyboard templates. Think about risk assessments. We've created these for you with purpose and intention to help you to show that professional media planning. I'm also looking for a comprehensive schedule. Are you organised? Have you got a calendar? Have you been using one of the many methods you've been learning about in lessons, whether it be a task list, whether it be using a Trello board, whether it be using Google Calendar, to make sure you are using your time with intention and purpose? Are you using tasks, perhaps, with deadlines? How are you scheduling your time? I want to see a schedule, a production schedule. Now, you may remember in the proposal outline, there was a schedule, wasn't there, at the very bottom of that document? Maybe you've carried on updating that. You tell me. Either way, I want to see a comprehensive, which means detailed, thoughtful schedule. Okay? Plan. It is critical to your grade that you keep a journal as well. You should add to it every single time you do any work on the FMP. Some people do it weekly, some people do it daily. But that reflective approach, thinking deeply about your process, is really important to us to show that you are constantly evolving as a creative. In this, I would like you to cover every aspect of your role, what you're doing. Are you directing, acting, organising, project managing? What are you doing? Responsibilities. What are you actually doing? Are you booking rooms? Are you booking actors? Are you rehearsing with them? Are you learning software? What are you doing? What are you responsible for on this project? Your ideas. Tell me about your ideas as they're changing and adapting. You might have a half-formed idea you want to talk about in your journal. Good, talk about it. Maybe record a podcast or video of you talking about it out loud. That back and forth, that friction is where interesting ideas can occur. Any research or maybe an article, a book, a documentary, a podcast, a radio program you'd have heard has sparked something. The journal is a good place to put such thoughts. Contributions to the project. Research, planning, organising, rehearsals, practicing on software. How are you contributing? Tell me about this in the journal. Everything needs to be on your site or blog. So, your site or blog, and you decide how you're going to display your work. Is it using a Wakelet? Is it using an Adobe Creative Express site? Is it using a Google site? You tell us. In your journal, if you are researching a new skill, and many of you are, that supports your development, are you putting in 2 hours a week with Jay from my team to learn Adobe Illustrator? Are you dedicating flipped learning time to actually practice using Premiere Pro? Every single time you put in any concentrated focus and effort towards your FMP, tell us about it in the journal. Tell us about it. A line here, a paragraph there, it all adds up to show that journal, which is part of task 3. So the submission evidence for task 3, pre-production, is not only that production file, but it's also the journal. So, submission evidence then, what you need to actually submit at the end of this. The submission evidence for task 3 pre-production is as follows. I need a production file with all of your planning within it. So that might include your production schedule, your storyboards, your sketches, your notes, your mind maps, your risk assessments, your recce's, your test runs, all planning, please, in a production file. I also want a journal for task 3 pre-production. In this journal, essentially it's a diary, weekly updates as a minimum, reflecting on all iterations, adaptations, changes, thoughts, ideas relating to your final major project. Task 3 pre-production then, production file of planning, and a journal, all those diary updates, okay? This will cover Unit 8, 3.1. Now, we're here to help. Michael, Amanda, Richard, and I. But remember, the Learning Hub is available for you as well. I look after that space and the launch space rooms on that floor in F block. If you want to have any extra time, extra sessions, to book out a pod, to learn some software, be proactive, reach out. I will put on time to support you, to have my team helping you as well in one-to-ones or in small teams. Use this time and evidence it in that journal. Okay? Anything you need, as always, let me know.